Hi, my name is Cindi Rang.
I'm Brianna Maizey, and today is our Wednesday box opening.
Maizey is busy eating behind us, so if you hear munching noises and a dog
smacking,
a dog begging,
yeah, it's a whole show over there. She's heckling from back there.
Yes. So if you are new to our channel and you clicked on this because you thought this was a box opening, well, it kind of is, but mostly
between the chatter.
Yeah, lots of chatter. Last week, that was when I think I mentioned this morning. Somebody said, "Wait, what is this?" So
fast forward if you don't want to hear the chat.
Yeah,
you'll get good stuff.
We do have some chatter. I have a couple things I want to share that are kind of fun because I think that laughing is just super important, and it's just fun to laugh with Brianna, laugh at ourselves. Laugh with us and visit with friends. But in between the visiting with friends, we do open the boxes. And so we have a huge 5,000 square foot shop with over 10,000 bolts. And we get about 20 boxes per week that come in. And so we show you all of the things that are brand new, never before seen, or reordered, or whatever. You can find all of this stuff at fabricpatch.net. And then there's links below for you to find things, plus all kinds of other stuff. We are currently going through a little bit of a remodel, and so you want to be sure and check the clearance section because we add new bolts of fabric to that every single day, and none of it is old. None of it is old stuff. It's just stuff that we just need to move it.
Yes.
And that stuff is going off. So, and then the other thing, just to mention just for a second, is tomorrow is our second episode of our temperature quilt start. So we are doing a temperature quilt this year. We did one little video about how to kind of get started, and then our second one is tomorrow, and it'll be live. We'll answer a bunch of questions. It'll be 11 a.m. Pacific time. We'll also record it. You'll be able to find it here if you're busy tomorrow at 11. But still no sewing yet. It's just more gathering that information because our plan is to do a sew along, 2 hours, hour and a half to 2 hours per month, and get that all done.
And we just want to make sure everybody is prepared to sew.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're going to make sure you have all the nitty-gritty details to be ready, so when we start sewing, you're not in the fog.
Yeah, we can just be cutting, sewing, hanging out, visiting. And it was kind of fun because last week when we were talking about, maybe it was on Sunday, when we were doing the box opening, we were talking about how cold it was. Because here in the Pacific Northwest, we're not typically super, super cold. I mean, we get cold and we get snow, but it's not anything horrifying. And then we get fairly warm in the winter. In the summer. We'll be over 100 degrees, but only maybe 5 to 10 times days per year. So we're not horrible. And so it's been fun visiting with people that are in 150 degree spans. And for us, it was, with the wind chill, it was 24 below, which for us is
bad.
Really, really bad. And while we were complaining, Chris Robinson emailed or texted and said it was 57 below.
Oh,
South Dakota. And I think I made some comment like,
I was worried I was going to have some frozen chicken nuggets outside, but I did not. The eggs froze. So
did they really?
The eggs froze, and there was one because Orion was over with Jordan, and he went out and with me. One of them.
One moment. Sorry. She throws her.
There's pieces to her high chair that she can play with. So it's either a play seat or you can open it up and there's tray, and she just flinging the other part, the toy part.
Yeah. So
we were going out there. So the eggs that must have been laid that night were cracked, totally a ball of frozen egg.
Oh no!
And then there was one that was cracked, but it was like kind of soft. So I told Ryan, well, let's go into the pen and smash this thing, just eat it. And it was like the very center of it was not frozen yet. So that one had to have been, I don't even know if it was how soon it had just come out, but super crazy. So all of our chickens are fine. Out of my whole thing, so we've got, I think, 4 or 5 different breeds of chicken. I don't remember what they all are, but we have a giant cooch or something. It's coochie, cochin,
which is French for diaper.
So we have one of those. She is a big old chicken. She's big, but she also said it was really, really cold. So we have those wall heaters. Who told us to get those?
Donna Downer.
Yeah, so they still working fantastically. And we have it on the wall. So she's hogging this one all by herself. Like, she's being mean to everybody else. And then my lavender Orpingtons, my beautiful gray ones, they also are like huddled. Like, they never went outside. I didn't see them in days because they were always in their coop. But so it was really cold. But we got them at Heat Light. We got them a second heater. So it's nice and toasty in there now. But it was.
And are the eggs still freezing?
No, not anymore. It's warm enough in there, but it was.
That's really cold for us.
Yeah, it's really cold, and it was hard because where their entrance to their coop is, the wind was being blocked enough not to go directly in it, but there was a whole lot of air coming in, and it's not really insulated. It's very big. The little where we keep the little chicks, their coop is way better insulated, super small, compact, and this one's a lot bigger. So I was super worried about them, but we got them all warmed up and everyone's happy. But ooh, that was cool. And then there's Robert.
Some stories to share.
Yeah, right. All I kept thinking in my head is way harder to be a chicken farmer than a horse farmer. Horses would have been fine.
They don't care.
They would have been fine. I just told Robert, like, horses are way easier than chickens,
Way
bro.
easier.
I just have to make sure their ice doesn't freeze, their water doesn't freeze, and
put a
blanket on them.
Heater in there.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, but it was touch and go. And even we had to take their old waterer and fill it up, and it froze inside their coop still. Within an hour, it was frozen, which was a problem because I didn't have a plan B. So we took it.
You don't have the little heater, the water heater thing?
We do have a water heater in their water tank, but it is in a drum that feeds into spigots. So the spigots froze. So we couldn't get that unthawed, so we used a different one, and then it froze. So we banged the ice out of that one, put it in the shop next to the fireplace to thaw to add more water. It was such a go.
Horrible.
Yeah.
And people all over, I mean, even us, people had frozen water pipes, frozen.
Yeah, we looked at, we
had
didn't have
frozen
any
water
pipes.
pipes. We had a frozen toilet, which is kind of weird because we know just to leave the water run. Well, how do you leave the water run in the toilet?
Well,
yeah, it was bad, but all good. It's all okay as long as the pipe doesn't break.
Yeah, that's your biggest worry.
And we had asked, because we have other friends in South Dakota also, we had asked, it's like, well, how do you, at 57 below
do you
and
protect
54
that?
below, and he said that there's building codes. You know, here, your bathroom, quite often, and your kitchen
is on the edge of the house.
On an outside wall. And they said that they changed all of that their plumbing is 6 feet underground, which we typically don't freeze below a foot. So
Right.
everything for us is 2 feet down. And then we have all kinds of outer wall plumbing.
Sense.
And they don't have, their building codes are different, and they don't have outer wall plumbing, and it's buried deeper.
It makes you wonder the people who are in motorhomes or trailers.
You couldn't. I'll bet there's no way that you
There's not
could.
enough straw bales to keep it from freezing or keep yourself warm on the inside.
I'll bet there's just no way that it would work.
Cold thinking about it.
I think the only thing they would maybe have would be like those little tiny homes that are kind of fun, and well, you wouldn't want to be in South Dakota with that.
Well, Robert put one in. Cummings are in have that little place in Montana. Or in Idaho, and Robert went 2 weeks ago and put in a split unit for them. They ran it so hard it like put an error code out. It kept the little tiny home nice and warm and at a cool temperature, but it couldn't keep up. So Robert said the only thing you can do is you have to turn it off and you have to go back in the camper. It's like, oh! Yeah. But there's the same thing. They had also 3 feet of snow, plus the wind, plus the cold.
Yeah. Hard time of year.
Ooh, yeah. So at least we're supposed to get snow today and maybe tomorrow. So hopefully it'll warm up. It's the only time I want snow is when it needs to warm up a little bit.
Insulation.
All right, this is Clothworks. It says Farm Life. Oh, we just live in that.
Farm Life.
Pre-cuts in here. That is so cute.
Oh, look at that chicken.
Look at him. Look at the llama.
Look at the llama. Look at the cow.
That's cool. That's all that's in this box. I've got 2 more big boxes over there of Clothworks. Well, this is cute.
It's cold.
It's adorable.
It's cold.
So cool.
Oh, I wonder if this is a panel or running yardage. All right,
It's
so
okay.
we are going to.
I'm gonna open the other 2 boxes and then we'll get all the rest of these cords.
And little sis is done eating, so she's back out here.
She's back. Oh, she's got the remote. This is really cute.
This is really, really cute.
Adorable.
Yeah.
It's Clothworks though. I feel like Clothworks doesn't make anything that's not cute.
No, Clothworks does a really nice job. And Clothworks has such soft fabric.
Yeah.
Somebody had emailed the other day and said, who were the ones that were so soft? And it's like, oh, Clothworks and
Art Gallery.
Art Gallery. Yeah. So we need to start by showing you kind of this main. It's not a panel. It's just kind of a. It's Maizey approved.
She's chasing the dog.
They're gonna want to see her here in a minute. So it's fantastic. I can decide which animal I think is cutest, and it's just not. It's not, cutesy. It's just.
It's still very realistic. What are you doing? Just loving on Lizzie.
Kissing. But look at those chickens. I mean, it's just fantastic. I just love this, and I love the colors. I love the kind of painty kind of look to it. So this is running yardage. This is not a panel.
And
so
there is no panel piece on here. And then we have all of the pre-cuts. So the pre-cuts though have like 2Z and 3Zs.
It's get up to 42.
Yeah, so you have 42 squares or 42 strips. So we've got the 2.5-inch strips, the 10-inch squares, 5-inch squares. It looks like we even have a few fat quarter bundles.
Just
of
2
everything.
is all.
So really cool. I mean, I wouldn't even be upset with all the extras of pieces.
No, because you'll see the textures. The textures are really cute. It really is a nice line. And I'm going to put this piece so you can kind of see those colors that are there. I'm going to lift this one up as you're panning so they can see. What are you doing? Wow. And even to add the floral pieces, which is really nice. So it's just really a couple of textures that are kind of cool. So there's this one that is kind of this, gosh, what would you call that? Kind of smoky, right?
It's really cool.
It's really nice, and you can see, with the colors in here. So there's this kind of platinumy gray one, and then there is this brown one, and you can see where this texture is used. And then let's just pan over here for a second, and then there's this blue. Gosh,
The blue is beautiful.
that is fantastic. And then here's the green one. And so there's this texture, and then let's just show the flowers right away, because then you can see, where this kind of comes from. So look at the blue with this one, and look at the green with that one. That's just a beautiful piece in and of itself. And then there's another flower, and it's the bright flower. And you can see, even with that, see how those colors go together and what it pulls out of there. So super cool. Really cool. All right, and then let me move these. Okay, and then there is this, so the other one was kind of an all over with some squares and stuff, and this is really just more of a toss. It is directional. Oh, we didn't get all the tape off, sorry. So this one, just a little smaller. So again, if I put my hand down here, you can see just little smaller animals, but all of the animals are there. And it's just not blocky like the other one is, which is kind of fun. And then there's this texture, which, I don't know, what do you think that is? Newspaper on the bottom of a chicken coop? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I like it. Has kind of a Tim Holtzy look to it, which is kind of cool. And it's in 2 colors. It's in this really nice kind of a tan color, and then it's in the gray also. Really, really nice. Here's another one of those all over pieces, and this one has that kind of grayish blue background. And then there is a baby animal toss. Or not baby. I mean, it's the same animals, but I just mean tiny. So tiny chicks, little ducks.
They do look like babies, though.
They do kind of look like. Oh, maybe they are the babies. Are they the babies?
Yeah.
Well, but these are the babies too, right?
No, that's everybody.
Oh no, these are the. Oh yeah, it is babies. Yeah, I see now.
So, I mean, there's babies mixed in. Like there's the sheep and her lamb.
Mm-hmm. But this could be a mama.
Yeah, it could be.
Or a teenager.
Cute.
Okay, cute. So on the blue background and also on the cream background, and then baby chicks on this kind of slate blue background, and on I don't know, it's kind of a gray blue, don't you think? You'd call that?
Yeah.
All right.
Super cute.
Hi. Here, let's say hello. Huh?
Okay.
Say hello.
Say hi.
they were asking for, I don't know who it was. For Maizey segments.
I know she's been snoozing the last couple of times where we're filming.
It's cold. Is this cold? Came right out of
Yeah,
box.
the bolts are super cold. It's a baby chick.
Yeah. All right, we'll move this stuff out of the way.
Anthology window box. So I have no idea. It could be boutiques. It could be something like
And then
that.
there's also a little box that's heavy. My guess is maybe rulers. Yeah, notions. Okay, we'll be right back. All right, so who does that say that's from? If only I had my glasses. Instead of my poop face.
Is that what Harper said to you?
No, remember those are Wyatt said to me.
Oh, yeah, squidgy eyes.
Yeah, you. That had started when we talked about that. I don't know if it was on box opening or Fabri-Chat, and if you missed it, we were talking. I was squinting because I didn't have my glasses. Wyatt, her oldest, asked me essentially if I had to go to the bathroom because that was what it looked like I was doing. It's like, no, that's not what I'm doing. First he asked me if I was mad.
Mad.
And
sad.
And then it started.
Read through all the emotions.
He did. Yes, you must be pooping. So it started this whole thing on the chat, on the comments about kids say the darndest things. It was pretty fun. Yeah, people were having all kinds of comments, and it reminds me, if we have time, ask me about the chain story.
The chain.
I have a story for you, if we have time today. Oh, okay, so more, and I'll bet...
Lazy books. Lazy rulers.
Okay, so this was the ruler. So if you guys remember Joan Hawley from Lazy Girls, her friend from Jaybird Quilts, because Joan passed away a couple years ago, and about a year and a half ago, and her friend from Jaybird Quilts bought the rights to her company. This Lazy Angle ruler, we love this, and they are doing a block of the month. It's just a free sew along. You can sign up for that. I signed up for that. It's free to do. It's kind of cool, so that it helps you to learn how to use the ruler. The ruler is really well designed. It does a lot of things. There is a book that goes with it also. You have to have the book, but the book is nice because it shows tons and tons and tons of blocks in here and how to use it. It really is nice. When we do different block swaps, and we've done them in the past, somebody is always making a Lazy Girl ruler. And one thing I want to mention is I think the last time we got a shipment of them, I had mentioned that Amazon has them for people who live in the UK or Canada or Australia and you don't want to pay shipping.
It's a knockoff.
And yes, you have to be very, very careful. They had emailed me and said, when you click on Amazon, see who is selling it. And if you go right to Lazy and Lovin' It, or the Lazy Girls, or Jaybird Quilts, they have where to buy them, and they have people, quilt shops who sell them in the UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Guam, everywhere. So you can find where you can buy the authentic ruler so that it's not a knockoff. What happens with the knockoffs, it's kind of, it started this whole little chat thing, and that companies can do knockoffs. They can, it's all copyright infringement, but Amazon takes them down, and then pretty soon they open a new account, and it's just thousands and thousands, millions of products on Amazon, and I think they police it as quickly as they can, but just know who you're buying it from, or check out who the seller is. So anyway, just FYI about that. So Lazy and Lovin' It. And then, I love this ruler.
She also has the Flying Geese ruler.
Yes.
This one is super slick. It's just squares and rectangles, and then you slice and dice. Hey, what's happening? Good gravy.
Sorry.
But it's all squares and rectangles, so you can sew them up and make 2 at a time, and all of the math is right on the ruler. You don't have to, get your fingers out of your mouth. It's her new thing. It's just, how far can my finger go? Stop. Okay. Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
There's a little dangly thing in there. I want to get it.
Well, I'm gonna grab something and tell you
Kids.
Darn's like surprised. All right. So, anyway, so what were you saying?
All the math is right on the ruler. It's not a piece of paper that you have to lose, find, keep in a special place.
And it works really, really well. And it's just one of those, this isn't a new technique. I think a lot of people will make flying geese this way, where you start out with 4 small squares and then the 1 big square, and you put them in the corner and... You have to learn. Can I do it?
Yeah. So our table, we're on a little Costco table.
And she realizes that... Oh,
now we're not going to do it.
No, that's not, of course. You trying to move it? How do I move this table? Anyway, it's a really easy way. This, I know, there she goes. There she is. So we act like we're not paying attention. Anyway, it's not a new way to make the flying geese. I love making flying geese this way. It works really well. There's no waste. In fact, that's what some people call it, is the no waste method. And then you press them and you square them up and it works perfect. But what's really nice is this particular ruler, all of the measurements are on there for the size of your small squares and the size of your big square and what your finished flying geese will be. So it works really, really well. I'm going to be doing some little houses, and this is the way that I'm making the, okay.
Tickle it up. Hey! Look, right here.
Look! And anyway, this is the way that I make flying geese, is with this ruler and with this method. So anyway, it works really well. If we are doing this sew along, and for my rooftops, for the temperature quilt, this is how I'm making mine. So, anyway. All right, we've lost control. We're going to clean this up and find some boxes. And if you missed us this morning on Fabric Chat, we were sitting in front of this. This is our Boston Commons that we use a solid block and then a 4-patch alternating with colors. This is the quilt that we're doing in the 7 days retreat. We will have a printed pattern for it that'll be available afterwards. There is a book by Eleanor Burns. And she does it, but anyway. Cool. All right.
Ooh, batik.
It's batiks.
Oh, some orange and blue. Turquoise.
Chartreuse.
Yes. Limey green. Beautiful. There's actually 2 boxes. So my guess is there might be 2 boxes of batiks.
Gosh, look at that one.
I love the rose. Look at that beautiful rose texture. Fantastic. All right, I'm going to take plastic off and then we'll show you up close the texture and colors. Anthology batiks.
Fantastic.
Not sure we have room for batiks.
We don't have room for batiks. No.
Sometimes you just can't say no.
Not to batiks. So, a couple things I want to mention about batiks. We've had some comments lately, and we oftentimes will mention this anyway. It's funny. Sorry, we got a dog. So, batiks feel a little bit different, and so even yesterday somebody was in the shop and said, well, do you mix batiks with your cottons? Yes, always, always, always. If you are if you're working on your color quilt, on your colorway, and you need a bunch of colors or whatever, I put batiks in with my plain cottons all the time. Yeah. Totally doesn't matter. It is still on that exact same grade good, that same 60 square, high quality cotton. It's just that the finish, the way that they do it is a little bit different. It's all hand painted. It's oftentimes, it goes through multiple processes, and then they have something on there called a urea and like a wax setting. And so it'll feel stiffer. It'll feel a little bit different, but that's just because of the process with all of the dyeing. Yeah. As you wash your quilt and you can pre-wash all of your fabric. I do not ever, but the first couple times you wash the quilt, I wash it in cold. I use a color catcher or retain in the water, and then by about the 3rd time that you've washed batik, you cannot tell if your eyes are closed, you cannot tell the difference between this and regular cotton. It's just the process. I do too.
And sometimes people don't like batiks because of the look. You know, it is kind of watercolory. It's not a crisp, beautiful flower. So sometimes it's just aesthetic alone.
Sure.
And I get that. you know.
I do not get that.
I use it all.
Yeah.
But if you're
I
someone
like
who really likes the picture, you like the floral, you like the leaf,
Yeah.
you might not like the aesthetic of batiks. And batiks come in all sorts of colors. We have it in every range of green, in purples, in lights, in darks, in shades.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
And patterns.
It's really
And I was going to say, even this quilt behind us, there are multiple batiks and cottons
Yeah.
in this, because what was important was the color.
The color jump.
And not the texture so much. It was all kind of smaller scale and mixed, but there are multiple pieces in there.
Yeah.
So the other nice thing about batik that I always like to mention is there's no right or wrong side. I mean, there technically is, and we like to
That's
show
my
you that.
favorite
but
piece.
There isn't, yeah. So if you're doing paper piecing, or you're doing something and you're nervous about cutting, it's dang it, I cut all of those triangles the wrong way or whatever, you can flip it over. And
I've made quite a few paper piecing projects.
Yes.
I love paper piecing, and I have never made a paper pieced quilt without batiks.
Yeah.
Because I love the idea that whether my right sides were supposed to be there or
Those
my wrong
rhomboids.
sides, I don't even know, to make my whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm just
Yeah.
going to cut it up, and if I'm using the wrong side of the batik, okay.
Yeah.
If I'm using the right side, okay. They look exactly the same. One might be a little brighter or a little more orange than the other side, but you're never, ever,
Yeah.
ever going to know. Whereas when you're working with cottons, it's drastically different. Your
think-
top could be blue and your back could be white.
I think that's the reason why Judy Niemeyer, all
Does
of her
batiks.
stuff is on batiks.
Yeah,
all of
it makes it
Yeah.
so easy. You can make a mistake and no one will ever know you made a mistake, and you didn't
Yeah.
just waste 2 yards of fabric.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
And then the other thing is, we are leaving, on our quilting cruise next week. We fly, so we'll be getting on the boat in about 10 days, and we are going down to see where batik is made. We are going to be filming from there. We'll do, I don't know if we can do live stuff. We'll see what all we can figure out. But the other funny thing is, we are taking kind of a batik making class down there, but it's different. Because remember, Noon has brought us all of that. I'll bring some for next week's Fabric
It's
Chat
so
to show you
different.
guys. Totally different. When their authentic batik is not the same thing
As
as
what they
quilters'
make for us.
batik. No, it is not
It's
the same
so
thing.
cool.
Yeah, so really different. All right, so let's see. We have a couple stacks here. This tiny little table until we get our space fixed up and everything put back with the new carpet and new paint. But so this might be an easy way to see it. So
Yeah, we can
there
see
are,
all
how many pieces are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 20 new ones. And so all of these will Brianna, just in the batik, and they'll be the
it'll be in the
Anthology
batik section, and these will be the first ones you see are all the new ones, and then you'll see everything else that's in the category.
Good. What's really nice is just to see how bright it is. And this particular pattern, you'll see this in quite a few of them, and it's this really pretty rose. I love the stamp. I love the way that that's done, and it's done with a 2-dye process, and really nice. And then this particular pattern is kind of a, I don't know, is it a dandelion? Is it a star? Is it it's something.
It's cool.
Yeah. And then the rest of these, there's kind of this little, I don't know, pickle pie almost. What is that? Blue?
Roses, orange on blue.
Orange on blue.
And then that same rosette
Gorgeous.
texture.
Can
And
you
that
see that?
really pretty navy.
Really, really pretty. And then this pretty kind of sky blue. And then there's more roses that are blue and lighter. And then there's that really cool vine on the bottom, which is really nice. And then the greens and teals, we kind of separated those for you. Same idea. I don't know if you want to start at the top or the bottom.
The bottom, that's fine.
The bottom, there's that sort of multi-flower. And these two are the same pattern, right? Same
Yeah.
top?
Just one's
A
more
little
teal.
different color. And then the really cool, oh, I love that. Really like that. I think that these go really well with some of those kind of ethereal sort of digital prints. It'd be kind of nice. And this one, gosh, can you see that one? That's the roses also
Not really.
in
It has a
pale lime green. Kind of a chartreuse, pale chartreuse. And then another one of the roses. Oh, love that with the teal and blue. And then this one is kind of that same, like,
pickle pie look.
pickle
yeah.
pie, onion skin, Rob Peter to Pay Paul, multiple names. And then these are kind of the multicolored ones, which are really cool. That's I love this one.
I love that one
This
so
one
much.
I'll bet would work in your temperature quilt.
Oh, it would.
Because you need
When
it
you
more.
guys see tomorrow, I have one that I'm not totally sold on.
And that'll be good because you can show them, and they'll
Right,
know
jump.
it when they see it. They'll see that jump and where to put one in. So I'll bet
I'm
that'll be a
missing
good
one.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I
Oh, and I
love
love that
this.
I love just the splotchy. And this one's more on that pastel side. So if
Yeah.
you don't have like screaming color going on in your quilt, but you've got a little bit of everybody, this is one of those.
What's kind of nice is that wherever you cut it, it's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, fantastic.
Fun. Really nice.
Oh, love it.
All right. Okay, pretty cool.
All right.
Okay,
That's
anything
all
else?
that I had today.
So we had, and that was a lot of boxes, but it wasn't. So what
was
did
a
we
lot.
have? We had rulers.
Rulers and then the book to go with it. A Farm
Life?
Life from
Is that what-
Clothworks.
Farm Life?
Super cute. That's going to sell super fast.
That's gonna sell
And then
really fast.
batiks.
And batiks.
Which is super fun. I'm going to have to bring for a fabric chat. I have an orange and blue batik. Oh, it's just blocks, but I can bring it. My paper piece is a Hunter Star. I don't know. It's what we did
Oh, yeah,
for our
yeah,
paper
yeah.
piecing Zoom class.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And why I chose to do blue and orange, I don't know. It looks really cool though, because it's not a color I would have chosen, but I figured I needed to do something different, and
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I chose. It's really cool though, and that makes me think of this. I feel like that one looked, this little rosy one would be a fantastic border option. All right.
All right.
Yeah, that was everything.
All right, I guess that's it. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the temperature quilt.
Temperature quilt, and then a throwback Thursday at 5
Oh, yeah,
o'clock.
tomorrow night.
You'll see that, and we'll have some more clearancey items, things that aren't going to go back on the wall, and who knows what else we're going to show you. But
All right.
all right,
Okay.
see ya.
Bye.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.